Introduction. If you could increase your brain power, then theoretically you could accomplish almost anything. While having a healthy and strong body is highly important as well, most of us would probably agree that our activities are more reliant on our cognitive abilities rather than our physical ones. Many people have computer-based jobs, for instance, and this means that we need to use our brains to handle data, to manipulate software, or to come up with business strategies. Much of our success comes down to our ability to interact with others, which of course is very much dependent on our intelligence and our brain power. Whether you're giving a presentation and choosing the best words to communicate your message, or whether you're in an interview or date setting and trying to quickly find the wittiest or funniest response to a question. Problems at home tend to involve finances, social situations, or legal issues. There are very few problems we can solve with our fists. In our spare time, we tend to pursue more intellectual activities too. Perhaps we play video games, reacting to enemies and solving puzzles. Or maybe we sit and read. And even when an activity seems physical on the surface, it is in fact very often just as much cognitive. Take sports, for example, which require you to be aware of the positions of your teammates and opponents, and to use your body efficiently and accurately through space. Or how about doing physical labor, such as making repairs, which almost always involves some measure of engineering. So, if you were smarter then, or if you just had greater command over your mental faculties, you would be able to concentrate longer on tasks and get more work done, thereby progressing further in your chosen career and earning more money, thereby giving yourself more free time at the end of each day and giving you fewer things to stress about. Come up with unique ideas and novel solutions, thereby potentially making yourself rich or changing the world in a positive way, thereby solving problems that you face in your daily life. Improve your physical and sporting ability. Impress anyone in a conversation. Become better at any given task, from plumbing to computer games. Become more self-sufficient and self-reliant. And even beyond the practical and tangible benefits of boosting your brain power, you'd be able to benefit from simply having a greater appreciation for the world around you, a better understanding of how things work, an enhanced capacity for learning, and more incentive to do so. Perhaps you could improve your understanding and appreciation of the very nature of life and the universe. Become limitless. It's quite doable to imagine what would be possible if you had greater brain power. And so perhaps the best place for us to look to is fiction. What if we consider a fictional example of someone who is suddenly bestowed with incredible mental capacity? And the best recent example of this probably comes from the film Limitless. In that film, the protagonist Eddie Mora is given a smart drug, a supplement called NZT. This tablet is an experimental drug that has the ability to help anyone to use 100% of their brains. Of course, this is a load of nonsense. We already use 100% of our brains, but will allow the writers the poetic license. When Eddie takes the NZT, he's instantly transformed. He goes from being a slob and a struggling writer to cleaning up his flat and his appearance and completing his manuscript, which of course goes on to become a bestseller. He then works out the stock market and begins day trading, becoming rich from his home. He talks several women into going to bed with him before winning back his ex with impressive displays of intelligence, such as his new ability to speak several languages. He moves into a stunning luxury apartment and attracts the attention of an investment firm. Eventually, he uses the power and influence he accrues there to run for political office. All this because he was able to take control of his brain, because he was able to see patterns that others missed, because he knew exactly what he had to do, and because he gained a sharper intuition and better cognitive skills. Now, of course, this is fiction, and in reality, no such pill exists. Neither can we say with certainty that you would see such a huge impact on your life if you were to increase your brain power alone, but it's certainly a believable idea that your life might change that much. This training, and what is very exciting, is that there really are ways that you can boost your intelligence, albeit to a slightly lesser degree. There really are ways you can bring about tangible, measurable improvements in your life by focusing on ways to increase your IQ and your focus. In this training, you're going to learn precisely how to do that. You're going to see how you can increase your intelligence and focus to a profound degree, how you can become sharper, how you can learn faster, and how you can even improve your social IQ. By the time you're finished, you'll know how to train your brain in just the same way that you would normally train your body, and the results will be incredible. The power of working fast. Before we move on, I want to address just one more topic: the power of working fast. If you have greater concentration and if you can think more quickly, then you can work faster. This is something I've been training for from a young age, and it's something that I genuinely believe helped me to perform very well throughout college and into my career as an adult. In college, the ability to work fast is what allowed me to effectively complete more work than all my peers, and that way to get better grades, without really trying. I'd routinely leave my work until the last minute, and then complete an essay of acceptable quality, thereby giving myself much more free time. In exams, I'd write twice as much as most people, and when coupled with the realization of what examiners were looking for, most will mark papers very much by referring to a checklist of things you need to complete. That meant that I could get better grades than perhaps I could have otherwise. When I left college, I became a copywriter and started taking jobs for other people. I quickly realized that there was a lot of work out there, but only if you were willing to work for $2 or less per 100 words. My solution? Work incredibly quickly. By writing 20,000 words a day, I was on a very good salary right away. I was able to move out of my parents' house and get a flat with a balcony by the sea. With training, I learned to write faster and faster. I eventually bought myself enough time to start doing other things in the second half of the day. Things like creating an app that went on to become a bestseller and eventually writing a novel. I created a YouTube channel that quickly gained tens of thousands of followers, all because I was able to upload highly produced videos quickly. This is clear evidence of how being able to harness the power of your brain can lead to better results in real life. This is all stuff that I trained myself to be able to do, and with the help of this training, you'll be able to do exactly the same.